Hey everyone, Social Coach Michael Knight here, and today what we're going to be talking about is the number one thing that you can do to improve your social skills. Are you ready for it? You're not going to see it coming. The number one thing that you can do to improve your social skills is to socialize with more people more often. I know, you're thinking, oh my God, how did I never think of that? But the truth is, you'll not believe how many clients I've had over the years. And they come up to me and they're like, yeah, I'm really motivated, really improving my social skills. I'm like, oh, cool. What are the type of things you're doing? What are the actions that you're taking? They're like, well, I wake up super early in the morning and I take a super cold shower to increase my willpower. I'm like, all right. I prefer hot showers, but enjoy your cold showers. And then they're like, then I go to the gym. I'm like, all right, that's good. It's good to be in shape. Then they're like, I eat healthy, I drink my kombucha juice, and then I meditate for an hour. I'm like, all right, that's all great stuff. But come on, if your top goal is to improve your social skills, specifically say for meeting women, then the type of actions you should be taking should be specific to that. All these supplemental things are fine. There's nothing wrong with doing them. I'm not going to tell someone it's not good to go to the gym or to like meditate or something, right? That's fine. But why are we here? Why are we talking face-to-face, or nowadays more often face-to-face over the computer, right? We're specifically here because your goal is to improve your social skills. Your goal is to be able to have an easier time meeting women and come off more attractive to them. Now, if that's your goal, the actions that you're taking should have a high influence on contributing to you reaching that goal. But I'm sorry, what you had for breakfast or drinking kombucha is not going to change your life when it comes to how you interact with women. What's going to change your life is learning the fundamentals and then practice. Going out into the real world and interacting with people. Because here's the truth. You could read 300 books on swimming. You could watch every seminar. But if you've never been in a pool before and I just pushed you into the pool, especially in the deep end, there's a very good chance you would drown. All that theoretical knowledge, it goes out the window because in the real world, you're faced with your emotions in a new environment. And if you hadn't been in that new environment before, and you haven't learned to deal with those emotions, know how to recognize fear and not have it overwhelm you, then all that knowledge is not going to matter. You can completely memorize the entire book that I wrote about attraction that you can find linked to in the description below. But if you never leave your house and interact with people, it doesn't matter. Sure, you're going to have a perfect theoretical knowledge, but you're going to have no practical skills. It's like guitar. It's like tennis. It's like any other sports. It's like driving a car, right? You have to memorize that book to take your permit test, but when you get into the car, no, you still have to interact with the real physical world and environment. And now, here's where the excuses start pouring in from people. Your mind will come up with an infinite amount of excuses. The excuses I gave you before were actually pretty good. At least going to the gym or eating healthy or something like that. At least that is actually improving your life in some way. Although you're using it as an excuse to not do the one primary thing that you should be doing, which is actually going out and interacting with new people. And I know sometimes you need some help learning how to do that because, that's a completely new skill set and you don't even know where to start. But that's what this channel is for. That's what, the other almost 100 videos now on this channel will teach you to do. And why do you think I kept my book so short, under 200 pages? Why do you think I keep these videos relatively short as well? Because I just want to connect the minimum amount of information that you need and then you can go apply it. I don't want you to have to be on YouTube watching some 2-hour video to get a 5 minutes of applicable material. I want you to get that material, maybe watch the video twice so that you really understand it, but then go out into the real physical world and implement it. Now, so what are some of these excuses people keep coming up to me like why they can't do it? I mean, you'll find an infinite amount. And not nearly as good as the ones I already gave you. But they can be like, I'm tired. Or I don't feel like it. Those are good excuses. They never will expire. You can always feel tired and you can always not feel like going out and doing it. Or I'll start next weekend or the weekend after that or next month. Or, I got a lot of exams this month so I can't do it. Or, I'm really busy with something else at work. Maybe I'll just wait till I get that promotion at work at 6 months. You'll always find a reason never to start. Another one, I'm not capable of improvement. Yeah, you've gotten better in so many other things in your life. You know, you learn to drive a car because now you can get to work. You know, you learn to play an instrument when before you knew nothing. But social skills, oh no, these are something different. There's no way I can ever capable of improving them. You know, I always hear the excuse like, oh, I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. If you're watching Netflix or playing video games, then you have the time. If you're pushing the snooze button repeatedly every hour in the morning, you have the time. If you're losing 1 day a week because you're recovering from a bad hangover, then you have the time. You really need to ask yourself, what are your priorities in life? Do you want to build an actual great life here in the real physical world where you're excited to go outside and go live in this life? Or are you going to spend all your time and energy trying to disconnect from the real world and live in fantasy worlds? And how do you live in these fantasy worlds, right? You do it through playing video games, taking drugs and alcohol, scrolling through your smartphone all day. You're doing things where you're constantly trying to escape the real world, where you're uncomfortable, and go live in these fantasy worlds. I can promise you, as great as the cinematography is in Game of Thrones, fully living here in the real world is even better. Every moment that you honestly put off taking action is another moment that you're never going to get back from your life. As soon as you start, you're going to have a compounding positive effect. And once you get in that positive momentum, things are going to build up and get better and better at a quicker rate. But if you don't start, likely the opposite's going to happen. You're going to stay in a downward spiral. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. It's kind of like a runaway fission reaction, you know, where one neutron smashes into another atom that releases a whole bunch of more neutrons. That's the way opportunities are. That's the way meeting new people are. That's the way building your social life and social network is. If you have no interactions at all, nothing's going to happen. As soon as you start interacting, even just a little bit in the beginning, it's doom, 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 doom. Connections start getting made and opportunities start appearing, and potential is there that you can't even recognize until you start taking that first movement forward. Now, if you're the type of person who wants to have the ability to go out and interact with the world without constant social anxiety, to be able to walk up to people and ask them out on dates, have some choice, have some control over your social life, be able to network for business so you can grow your business or get promoted within the business that you're already in, and you want to have this ability, but you're just a little afraid to take that first step, or you need some direction, in these cases I provide one-on-one social coaching, and an application to this can be found linked to in the description below. As always, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, ciao.